In this video, I'm going to be answering an email that I got about some dating advice, specifically chasing too hard, chasing too long, and really being one of those guys that is trying to solve a problem, trying to figure out a way to get this girl to like you, to get your girlfriend, your ex-girlfriend back with you, or to anything like that, where what you're trying to do is to try to figure out how you can get out of the friend zone or to get into a relationship with one particular girl. I'm John from BulldogMindset.com. On this channel, I teach you how to be a man today, how to build up your financial resources, how to get the physique that you want, and how to get the girls that you want, and how to put it all together so you can live the life that you want to live. Click that subscribe button, become a Bulldog, and join us on our quest here. Sonmez says to me, "Hey, big fan here. I love your coaching videos, and your suggestions really help me. I recently did a mistake with a girl because I didn't know about dating stuff back then. My college batchmate and I were friends for a month. I could sense she was a bit attracted to me though. After a few more weeks, I asked her out and gave her the power. She said that for now, let's just be friends for now, and I will tell you when I start feeling something. She usually shows that she ain't ready for a relationship because of her bad past with a boy, though she still initiates contact with me, and now I am doing all the correct non-needy stuff, though I'm confused now about what to do next. Please help me out. Looking forward to your valuable feedback." First mistake is, okay, what are you doing here? Whatever the situation is, you should not be getting involved in some kind of relationship or obsessing about a girl that you're already living with. There's a lot of really good reasons why this is a bad idea. What if things do go well? Okay, what if she does like you, okay, and you do start dating this girl, now you're living with her already, okay? That's a pretty big step to take into a relationship in the first place, which you should probably avoid in general, okay? But now you're already stuck in that situation. What happens if you want to break up with her? What happens if you want to date other women? What happens if, whatever? A lot of situations can happen that's going to make that very, very bad for you from the very beginning. You really should not even be having roommates that are female. It's just not a great idea. There's a lot of, again, bad things that could happen from this. If you are cohabitating with the girl, you're eventually going to develop some kind of attraction for her. It's probably going to happen, right? It's over time. If you put two people in a closed space for a long enough time, male and female, they're going to develop some kind of attraction for each other. You should also be hanging around with guys, not with girls. It's a better influence on you on developing your masculine traits and becoming more of a man, hanging out with the guys, okay? It's really important. So it's just not a great idea in general to do that. You said that you didn't know about dating stuff back then and you made a mistake with her. Well, I mean, the big mistake with her was that and even this, like you feel like you could sense she was attracted to you, and after a few more weeks you asked her out and gave her the power. Well, you shouldn't have waited so long, and you shouldn't have asked her out. Okay, this is just not a good plan. Again, like I said, I'm not going to rehash that whole thing, but the fact that you asked her out, again, a very formal thing as well. If you're seeing interest from her and she's already your roommate, you don't have to do much. I mean, you don't have to ask her out officially. You can start to actually put the moves already. You can already start to have some flirtatious talk. You can already start to, you're already hanging out with her, right? When you make it a formal date, and I've told you guys this a lot on this channel, is you have to really watch it with, quote, asking girls out for a couple of reasons. When you make it a formal date like that, what ends up happening is you put her to the test, right? She's got to decide how she feels about you right at that moment, okay? If she's not super attracted to you, all right, and she's on the fence, then she's probably going to say no and move you to the friend zone because there's too much of a risk involved. If she goes on a date with you, there's going to be some obligation. She's going to feel some obligation on her part. She's going to feel like she has to like you. She has to make a decision, right? That if she chooses to date you, then she's basically making that decision. Whereas if you take a lot of the pressure off and you're like, hey, let's go grab some drinks at the, you tell this girl, and again, it's not a good idea to do this with your flatmate or whatever, roommate. But if you were going to, it would be a much better approach just to be like, all right, hey, I'm going to go over here. I was thinking about hanging out with some friends maybe, or I was just going to go grab a drink. Why don't you come with me? Let's go grab some drinks or whatever. Like, oh, I'm going to go catch a movie. Why don't you come with me or something like that? Not a big pressure thing, okay? You're not, obviously there's interest there and you're indicating that interest, right? And you can indicate that by a lot of your tonality and conversation and the way that you look, right? But it's not putting that decision point there. You don't want to bring things out into the open in the front, right? If you're inviting a girl back to your place at the end of the night, don't say, hey, let's go back to my place. It's too direct. It's too much out in the open. Instead, if you have something like, hey, let's go grab a drink, let's go somewhere, let's go check out the view, right? Like whatever it is, some kind of reason to go back to your place, not let's go back to my place. It's too much in the open. The art of seduction, of romance, is not, spelling it all out, okay? You have to be a little discreet, right? Everyone knows what's going on, okay? Just like a good movie, right? In a good movie, like a shitty movie, what happens is they explain the entire plot, right? They have a monologue where the character like writes in their diary, or so they have some way of explaining their past and their history and all this stuff and what's going on, right? That's a shitty movie. It's a shitty book, right? It's a shitty dialogue where they have to explain it. A good movie, right? A good interesting movie or good interesting book is one in which you infer it, right? You see like glimpses of this person's past, or they mention something, or you see it from their personality and you know what's going on. It's not spelled out for you. You have to use your brain. It's the same thing. Women like that intrigue. They like the mystery. If you are attracted to a girl, right, and you are going to make a move immediately. When you wait 3 weeks, it shows that, like, again, most of the things that end up being creepy, okay, and that end up causing you guys problems is when you try to be risk adverse, when you try to basically figure out if it's going to be safe before you proceed. If you're like, okay, well, let me see if this girl's interested in me for 3 weeks and she's showing some interest, so now I think it's safe to ask her out. Again, you're playing it safe. It's also going to come off as creepy, okay? I have a whole video here on how to not be creepy, or what is creepy, and basically being bold is generally not creepy, and being risk averse, like trying to basically mitigate your risk, your chance of rejection, ends up being creepy. That's why like creepy behaviors is like stalking, okay? Creepy behaviors is, writing, letters instead of actually being direct and actually saying what you want to say. The longer that you wait, the worse that it is, right? The more that you are acting on an impulse and acting on the spur of the moment, the bolder it's going to be, the more rejection that you'll face. But it's fine. You have to get used to that as a man. So she told you that she wants to be just friends for now and will tell you when she starts feeling something. Usually shows that isn't ready for a relationship because of her bad past with a boy. This is all total bullshit. If she's told you that she just wants to be friends with you for now, you are in the friend zone, okay? Welcome to the friend zone. Bam. The bars have come down. You are in it. There is no escaping it, and you should not try to escape it. You're done. Okay, it's done. It's over. It's done. Okay, she's not going to tell you when she has feelings for you later. It's not going to happen. Okay, and if you're waiting for that, then you're just showing that you're more of a pussy than she already thought you were. Okay, so you need to just forget this girl and move on. It's done. You made some mistakes here. It's fine. You think that you're not making mistakes and being needy at this point, but you are. You're doing it even more so. Okay, so I don't know where you were before, and I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm trying to tell you that you are being extremely needy, right? Because you're still waiting for this girl, and you're still thinking that there's something you can do here. You asked me, say, she still initiates contact with me, and now I'm doing the correct non-needy stuff. I'm confused now about what to do next. What to do next is to forget about this girl, probably move out. Like, you should not be in the situation anyway. I mean, if you have the possibility to move in with a guy, roommate, do that, okay? You don't even want to be around this kind of situation, all right? And then the next move is to go find other girls. And this should be always your move, guys. Like, the reason why you're stuck in these situations where you have all these dramatic heartbreak and you're just like, just so depressed and so torn up over one girl is because you're putting so much emphasis on one girl and one relationship and having to get that girl and trying to get out of the friend zone and trying to figure out if she likes you or not. You just need to face fucking reality, and you need to just accept reality and move on, and you need to not be having that one-nightitis going after just one girl all the time. I'm not saying that you can't get into a relationship and have a girlfriend and be monogamous or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that until you're at that point, then you don't worry about that. And also, I did a video talking about whether or not men should be bringing up commitment, or they should be being committed, and I talked about the idea that that's the female's part. Okay, the woman is the one who talks about the commitment of the relationship and takes it to the level. The guy is the initiator, okay, of creating the conditions of actually starting the relationship, but the woman is going to be the one who sets the level of commitment. And so, as far as you know, you're a free agent. You're a free agent until you are asked to be locked down, and then you decide, right? You now become the gatekeeper. The woman becomes the gatekeeper, is the gatekeeper at the beginning, but not the relationship's even going to begin. If she's not into you, it's not going to happen, right? You don't get to make that choice. She's pretty much going to be the one that's making the choice, choosing you at that point. But when it comes to the actual relationship and the commitment level, she's going to be the one that's now pursuing and asking for that, and then you're going to be the gatekeeper that's going to decide whether you're going to allow that commitment level or not, okay? And while you don't have that, you're the free agent, okay? And you need to have that mindset because it's an abundance mindset, because that's going to make you more attractive, and it's going to keep you from getting into these situations, okay? Because you guys keep on getting into these situations where you're friend zone and you're wasting your time and you're getting obsessed over this one girl and it's ruining your life and you feel like everything is shit, and it's a horrible situation to be in. But the reason why that you keep getting into that is because you're allowing this, because you're accepting this, and you're committing to someone who hasn't committed to you, who hasn't asked for any commitment to you. You have to have a little bit more pride, a little bit more dignity, and you have to play the field. You have to have your options, and you cannot just lock yourself down and go after one girl. And I'll tell you guys that the surest way to not get the girl is to try and get the girl. And what I mean by that is to try and get the one girl. When you obsess about this one girl, when you try to figure out how to get out of the friend zone, when you try to get back with your ex-girlfriend, when you try to figure out how to make this girl like you, and you're so obsessed about this one girl, you're going to be needy by default, and that is a very unattractive trait. You cannot, you can't have your cake and eat it, okay? In order to get the girl, you're going to have to be willing to not put her on a pedestal. You're going to have to basically allow yourself to make connections with multiple girls and then see which ones works out. Okay? If you have one prospect that you're completely committed to, it's a very, very bad choice. And this is just a bad choice in life, right? You need to have multiple options. You need to not, put all your eggs in one basket and just like hope and try on that, because the more that you do that, the more that you're going to come across as needy, the less attractive you're going to be, the less that you're going to be able to think rationally, and the more obsessed that you're going to become, which is going to make you less attractive in general. So, all right, Sonmez, hopefully this helps you. Again, like I said, best advice I can give you at this point is just quit this shit. Stop it. Do not go after this girl. Get out of the situation and just chalk it up to experience. You're not learning the lesson yet. Maybe you're being less needy than you thought you were before, but you're being extremely needy now. Take the Bulldog Mindset quiz. Let me see if you have the Bulldog Mindset or the Victim Mindset. It's the quiz that I put out here, and I'll give you some tips on how to develop your Bulldog Mindset. And click that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.